So earlier I was talking about the situation that happened at the rental car company, but I didn't finish. You know, I was working at a rental car company some years back, and I didn't realize that the feature on this new town car was that the trunk closed on its own. And because I didn't know that, I was so busy talking to my coworker and doing something. I think I was taking things out of the trunk, but somehow I had gotten the last thing out, but I had one hand still in the trunk, and the trunk began to close, and it began to close on my hand. And I'm still laughing and joking, but trying to casually pull my hand from the trunk because it was closing on me. Now, me being casual about it, I should have snatched my hand out of there, but I didn't want to look foolish. Sometimes we are afraid of what we're going to look like to other people, so we make choices based upon what they think. Right now, we have a lot of guys with their pants hanging, and they want to manipulate the pants so that they look cool walking around in those pants. And the dance that they do to be able to keep those pants on can actually compromise them. Those very same guys later on, in life, are going to have to worry about worrying about surgery. They're going to have to worry about hip surgery because they're trying so hard to balance those pants on their hips. You see, sometimes things are cool and sometimes things are just not so cool. This is our lives we're talking about. This is what we live by, our bodies. And if our bodies have to work so much harder to balance a pair of pants when all you had to do is get a belt. You know, I remember back in the day, my waist pants were too big. I just rolled them and then put the shirt over it so that it didn't look like I needed a belt. And I did that until I was able to find a safety pin and fix it before, so that I could get through the day and still go home without having to call out of work. Our priorities have changed, and we have to be very mindful of what those priorities look like, because our boys, they are sometimes our role models of few. So because we don't have the role models, we make certain choices based upon what the street might tell us, what we might find out from our friends, our cronies that we meet along the way. And it's just not the right choice for us. Those same pants can fit you calm and nicely, and you don't even have to worry about trying to balance them. You just go where you have to go. And then you have to be careful, because the streets are talking then. The streets are saying, well, his pants are hanging. Now I get a closer look at an inappropriate portion that I should not be looking at on this person's body. You see, you're drawing more attention to that portion of your body. And it's not necessarily the right attention that you want to be caught on your body. So we got people with their pants hanging, and some of them are not wearing, the right undergarments. Sometimes they're not wearing anything. And then these pants are sagging, and now you have your grandmother figure who's on the train, bus, or even walking down the street. She should not have to worry about looking at that. Okay, you say she could turn her head, but sometimes she might want to say something. And if she says something, is she going to be greeted nicely by what she says to you? When she might be saying something out of love to you. Just saying, son, pull up your pants, and then you might take it the wrong way. Because you know what? Traditionally, pants are usually supposed to be just worn, But nowadays, with people wearing them sagging, I'm just saying there's a long road to, or should I say a short road to being older. And as you grow, you don't want to have to worry about having to pay for a special surgery that you would not have necessarily had to have had you just worn your pants the correct way. So let us remember that everything that we do might have its own consequences. And I always want you to be well, and for you to always be lovely you, because it is so lovely being you. Have a wonderful day. Just a thought.